What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel, check out the content. And in this video, I'm going to speak on Bronny James, right? And like how watching Bronny James gives a it just gives people a an idea of just how difficult it is to be an NBA player. You know, recently in Bronny James' last game, Bronny James scored 17 points, right, against the Golden State Warriors. And in that game, you know, all of the starters were out, and most of the people that were playing were people who was going to be, you know, these guys were going to move down to the G League, and you know, they were just allowing these guys to get like some film. You know, so teams can have film on these players and they can get evaluated and probably get picked up by, you know, by some other teams, depending on what the needs of these other teams are. And in this game against the Golden State Warriors, like I said, when most starters were out, Bronny James scored 17 points. And so that just go to show you, like, when the more talented ball players were in there, Bronny James, you know, he had a hard time scoring. You know, and now that's not a knock on him, you know, necessarily, because, you know, he can work on his game. And I think because of who his father is and the opportunity that Bronny James had, he'll have a little bit, you know, he'll get a little bit more leeway as far as like being able to work on his game, especially at the, you know, at the NBA level, instead of going down to the G League. I think Bronny James, you know, I think they'll keep Bronny James up here, you know, up at the NBA level in order, you know, I think that'll be the best thing for him if he wants to get better. I think the G League, he'll be able, I think the G League, you got so many guys down there that are, you know, they're NBA material or NBA ready, a lot of those guys, but I think they will destroy Bronny James' confidence, you know, and I think he needs to be up. Like I said, he needs to stay up with the Lakers and just develop, you know, get used to that level of competition without some of that animosity and some of that, you know, I mean, you know, those guys are really, in the G League, those guys are really going to go at him because he don't have anybody down there to in the G League who's going to look out for him and protect him. And so on a daily basis, man, those guys are really going to be going after Bronny James. And like I said, this just lets you know how tough that NBA is, man. You know, you got guys who really, you know, I mean, they just outstanding ball players, but it's just that there's so much competition, so many good basketball players that you know, you don't have room for all of them. You know, you know, just because you have you know, you might have like, I don't know how many people you have trying out, but each team probably have, you know, they probably have about 20 or 30 dudes trying out, you know, or maybe not even 20 dudes, but like say like might have like 10 dudes trying out or 15 dudes trying out for two spots. And that's tough, you know, and Bronny James definitely got his spot. You know, but it just shows the levels when you watch those guys who, like I said, most of those guys are going to go down to the G League. You watch those guys and you can just see how the talent level falls off. Now most of these guys, I mean, like if you playing with these guys at the park or if you playing with them like at the Wild, something like that, these guys are going to be dominant, you know, not missing and rebounding and dunking on people, you know. But it's just that NBA league, man. It's just, you know, it's a beast. It's a beast. And the fact that Bronny James scored 17 points, you know, against these guys, just lets you know that you know, like the guys who actually make it to the NBA, the guys who actually stick at that level, you know, you gotta be an exceptional ball player to really stick at the NBA level. because like I said, the competition is thick. And a lot of guys, once you go down to the G League, a lot of guys really don't even wind up coming back up. You know, because if you go down there this season, then you got to think they got a whole new crop of new recruits coming in the next year. And so once you go down to the G League, it's hard to make it up like in year 2 and year 3. And then sometimes you have ex-NBA ball players who are down there trying to work their way back up into the league. So it's just crazy. The competition down in that G League is thick. And, you know, it just, like I said, it makes me appreciate, you know, like what kind of talent you have at the NBA level if you want to stick. And so that's my take on it. Let me know that you agree and you think that Bronny James should, you know, they should keep Bronny James with the Lakers and not send him to the G League, because that will, you know, I think that will work against Bronny James if they send him down to the G League. But with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.